Hello, we're live on YouTube and on Instagram, or we are on IGTV for later. We are going into a new phase. My new book is coming out. I received my first copy today. I don't hold it yet because I still have to pick it up. But that's why we're doing some giveaways. It's a perfect way for people to connect and to spread the word, to tag people that haven't been at my page yet, that you might think that actually are interested, that could come into it. So we're starting to come to an energy that people actually bringing new people in. Up till now, it has been kind of a hidden path. Haven't really let too many people see this, so now it's becoming more Americanized compared to the Norwegian, and then it's challenging, of course, for everybody of my people that are not used to kind of spreading it to just new people or to people that aren't following me. So that's a cool challenge. Hello. We are live. We're still kind of getting started. I was just sharing about my new book. It is kind of a conclusion of 20 years of kind of deep going into the body being, of holding the body, the energy in a feminine way or more like a holistic way. Thank you. And thus, I felt that was perfect. We're going to do a few weeks of giveaways as well, like in the beginning. Kind of also a perfect way for you to, if you know some people that are not following me, that you might just tag on the giveaway. It's just a good way, and then we'll see who, of course, wins. And of course, I have ordered extra books since it's not going to be out in the bookstores for a little while. So I'm going to actually be able to send them both in Norway and in America. Like, if you DM me and buy a copy or two or five, who knows? Perfect Christmas gift, who knows? It does feel a little bit like Christmas. The whole book has a kind of a Christmas shine to it. It is kind of, the Christmas tree is kind of symbolic of the bringing life to the tree, making the tree kind of shiny. And that is kind of what body being, or what we're kind of, these teachings are about. Since these teachings aren't just about awakening the mind, even if we are mind and we are seeing through the mind, we can awaken the mind in different ways. So when people awaken, you see different teachings. When they awaken, they hold their energy body or their physical body in different ways. And that can be a little hard to understand because they will not necessarily share all these things with you. So for me, when I started this journey, I realized there's more to this physical body that we think. There's more energy there. There's more to release. Thus, it is kind of a slow and steady journey that takes a little time, and that's why we have these Wisdom Wednesdays and retreats that might come in a month's time, and that we have more different retreats, because it's kind of a building of energy. We have the potential to build our energy and gradually move our spiritual energy into a spiritual awareness. So there are different levels of awakening, and a lot of people can. I remember my old grandma, she kind of awakened of old age, which many have done in maybe past lives and different ways. They suddenly just feel at peace. They just let go of life. They just let go of everything, and they just see. This is still kind of like a very distant kind of awakening in a way. You're like distancing yourself from your surroundings, and you're like ready to kind of die. Then, but through body being, we can actually kind of move through that level in a different way, where we release the emotional attachments to, and kind of simplify this journey. We can move through and go into the heart level too, where kind of requires that we kind of release and dare to like become our own separate self. So in the heart has more love. It's more of an embrace of life. So that's why I call the Easter life, because you have to also dare to embrace life. Embrace your life, embrace the life that is given to you and your connection to it. Dare to accept it now, even if it's going to change later. Understand, like, we can know that stuff will be different in 20 or 10 years. We might be richer, poorer, we might have more kids, we might have a different job, we might be older. But it's daring to kind of embrace that life that is now, and to kind of love it, dare to open it up to connecting to that love that we have as a child. So we kind of, at the first level, we kind of have to like dare to see freedom, to be a grown-up, to be independent. At the second level, we can become kind of intertwine and become connected. So it's a loving action to kind of come out and connect with everybody. And then at the first level, we will feel more like just peaceful, but there's still a lot of energy that is still heavy. That's why it becomes old age. That second level is more, we're actually like breaking our heart open and have the potential to love everyone as yourself, and also love yourself as everyone else. And then in the third level, we can kind of move into the honor of being free and recognizing ourselves, recognizing the game that we're playing. At that third level, we're actually having to kind of realize that our connection is kind of separate. It's our intention that matters. So in a way, we are kind of making these three levels are always there in everybody, and we're kind of we're always connected to them. So that's why I talk about them. You can't really force yourself into them. It's more about seeing the different things that you put onto them, because the ego has different games that they play. So you guys have different games you play, and that is why I challenge you sometimes with like a book or a retreat or such, to see if, and then you will kind of, when we open up more energy, you will actually go merge into your kind of games, because that's what the ego likes, to kind of hold ourselves down. Well, this is kind of like we're opening up, so the ego will come in and try to defend itself, but then it goes into games. So that's how we can gradually become our own free self, and that is the purpose of this journey, to start owning your own energy body, to own your own power, your own beauty, your own self. And from there, that energy becomes peaceful. It becomes peaceful outwards, it becomes peaceful inward, and it becomes peaceful ascended. into the ascension, becoming an ascended master, if you like. So we're kind of talking about this, and the second part for new people that come in here, we have a second part where we kind of go through a laying down and kind of allowing the energy to move through the system. And when we allow energy to move through the system, it requires an intention. So that's why we are having these sessions. There's an intention that you have to dare to receive the teachings that I'm giving, because the teachings is kind of internal, natural for you. And then from there, the body actually starts moving energy. It's not my energy, it's your energy. It starts working inside. And then it starts down from the hips, from the core, the center, the power spot. And from there, it starts moving, and it kind of be uncomfortable. You can feel stiffness, you can feel different stuff. You can be cold, you can be warm. And from there, it can move upwards into the body, into the heart center, where you actually bring up different emotions, like pain, like sadness, like different energies. And when it you might feel you have to move, you have to do different things. And then when you continue up into the mind, you realize that you have to accept the energy. You have to allow it to pass through it. That is the surrender to yourself, to the process, to yourself as the master. So I'm holding the space, and I'm kind of giving you the potential to join into the mastery of this journey. At the first level, we kind of realize ourselves. We have to kind of accept our life. We have to accept our power. We have to accept that we are free. So that is becoming mature. At the end, we have to, at the other side, that is like accepting and seeing it from the other side, which is just a different way, levels of faith, of awakening into body being. And from there, the energy goes out, and we kind of lift the whole spiritual awareness into an expanded and focused self. So this is kind of the journey we're doing, and I talk about it as my energy evolves. I use different ways to look at it, because everybody that come here are kind of looking at it a little differently. So you kind of need different explanations. And it's not about understanding it, it's more about relaxing and just kind of trusting in the process. So it requires faith. That is the beauty of this. It actually requires faith that you have to dare to show up. So I'm challenging you to show up to this, to yourself, to the energy that can gradually awaken. It's not necessarily so comfortable, because you might feel pain, you might feel sadness, you might feel, you're going to feel everything that the ego will throw at you. So I do this, and I also do then write some books, because there are different ways of connecting. There's different teachings in the book that I just gave out that kind of holds the ascended energy. So if you haven't joined in the giveaway yet and are ready to tag some people that haven't seen this page yet, yeah, let's spread the word. That's kind of scary. We're kind of coming out. This is the whole perspective of ascension, is daring to feel the intimacy of things, but daring to also be naked, coming out. Show yourself, show the teaching, share the teaching, but not from like yourself, but from simplicity, from without ego. So we are going into a second phase. If you're new, we're taking a little break. go and pee, go and have a drink, go put on some different clothes, like I have my robe, and then we're gonna have you lay down on your bed or on your couch or whatever, and we're gonna digest the energy that we kind of intended on receiving today. And I will see you in a few minutes. We are back. Let's tap into the silence that is there. Like lay down or lean back on the couch or wherever you are. And yeah, some of you have probably gone through some different stuff since the last retreat or other things. It is kind of, as we open up more energy, you will actually kind of go into your ego self in different ways. Ego has many games. And that's the beauty. Like, we are here to kind of awaken those games so we can see them and we can move beyond them. That is a reason why a lot of people kind of get stuck on this journey, is because they get stuck in the game. So they only ascend, or they only awaken to a certain degree. They get dependent upon techniques, or becoming a teacher, or being a woman or a man, or having power, or being adored. There's many traps, or having family, or being a mother, or being Norwegian or American. There's many kind of traps there. So that is the beauty of this. It is supposed to be a trap. We're supposed to get trapped sometimes. And we will kind of, because as we open up more energy, it's almost like becoming drunk. We suddenly do things that we didn't necessarily do before. We do weird new stuff. We act differently. So it does require some kind of faith to kind of see these things, because we're going to feel stupid many times. That's the beauty of this journey. You're going to feel stupid a million times. Anyway, lay down. Shake those hips. Shake those shoulders. Relax the spine. You're laid, like, let your whole back come heavy. Yeah, let the breath come in. Just kind of like the energy filling you up. Yeah, let it drop down into your butt, into your thighs. Let it come down into your knees, into your toes. You might not necessarily feel anything of what I'm saying. It's not necessary. It is the faith aspect that is required, that you dare to lean back and just relax and dare to receive. That is the essence of it. It's receiving your own energy, your own self. And just let yourself kind of fill the room. There's sounds, there's light, there's air, there's cold or warm or tingling. And then it kind of shakes your arm, shoulders a little bit more. It's starting to move into your it's kind of filling up, and that's like arms is like a hug. You're kind of hugging. You're coming out into your own space. Yeah, and it's kind of moving up into the head again. It kind of goes through a circle, an intended circle, bringing energy around, moving energy that might be stagnant in different ways as we kind of become conscious of this connection. And come back in, shake it loose a little bit. We're kind of done for today. Take it, bring it with you tonight or whenever you're listening to this IGTV or YouTube, and hopefully you'll join in on the giveaway I have that is going to be announced on Sunday, and it's my first copy. It's before it actually comes out, so I've ordered some books. If you also want some extra books for different things, I have them in Norway or in America. And yeah, we'll have some more giveaways the next couple of weeks. Kind of a cute way to reach people, new people. Allow the space to open. So I hope you're having a beautiful day. And yeah, the beautiful